Hey everyone, either welcome back or welcome to my channel. And in today's video, I want to talk about some really bad comments that I've gotten on my Instagram and Facebook posts over the past couple of months. So before I get into any more details, time for the intro. Back in 2018, I was diagnosed with IIH. IIH is short for idiopathic intracranial hypertension. In short, in IIH, there's an increased intracranial pressure without a known cause. IIH is known by two older names, pseudotumor cerebri and benign intracranial hypertension. Living with IIH is very hard to explain to others, as it can be hard to tell when I'm not feeling well. My hope is that through these videos we can learn together and help make relationships better through a better understanding. I also hope to provide people living with IIH a community so they never feel like they are alone with this condition. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell down below so that you get updated about further videos. I upload new content every Monday and Thursday afternoon. These are not comments from fans, or these aren't comments from people who are even trying to provide constructive criticism. They seem to be from people who are trolling specific hashtags and specifically targeting people who have chronic illness. I want to talk about some specific comments that I've gotten on my posts. I haven't been able to narrow down what tags or how exactly they're looking and finding us, but I just want to make people aware of this so that if you talk about your IIH, migraines, or other type of chronic illness in a post, that you're not fooled by these people selling a complete bogus thing online, because some of them may seem legitimate, but I'm hoping that most of these are so obvious that they can be easily scrolled by. The first thing I want to get into is just some of the commonalities I've noticed between these comments, and then I'll get into what I want to cover in each of these comments, and I'm going to show you these comments so you get an idea of what to look for in them. And yes, I'm going to be sharing these comments because these people need to be exposed, because this shouldn't be allowed on the platform. It is so wrong on so many ways to target people with chronic illness for really anything, but this just pushes me over the edge on what I'm willing to tolerate, which is why I'm doing a video on it. I don't have much influence, but maybe somebody talking about it will maybe get it into the conversation a little bit more. So a few things that I've noticed about these comments just in general, which is really easy to tell if you're getting legitimate comments or not. They're all have terrible English, except for the one has okay English. They refer to doctors who have specific cures for what they would say modern medicine has no cure for, or the Western medicine has no cure for. They're promising fake cures, basically. So this is all over Instagram. The alternative medicine people are all over Instagram and Facebook. You'll probably see it every day if you learn how to pick up on it. And the most important thing I can tell you is just keep scrolling. I know that some people are willing to try some alternative therapies with IIH and migraines. I mean, I completely understand. It's a really painful thing. But to be honest with you, as I've said in some of my other videos, you are wasting your money, which I think is even worse for us in our case, because our medications cost us money each month. Doctor's visits, for those of you in the United States, are probably quite a bit depending on who you're seeing and how often you're seeing them. In Canada, that's not something I have to worry about, but I do still have to worry about prescription medications. And when you're unable to hold down a job because of your chronic illness, it's not really fair that people are targeting you, trying to sell you something when it's not going to help at all. These are all obviously copy and pasted. You'll be able to see that when I actually show you them, but they follow a template, and some of the comments are very similar. They've just changed some handles or some names, and it seems like almost all of them are the same. especially the two I have from Instagram. Now I want to get into these comments separately, and I want to go over these comments and tell you how to pick these comments apart. I have a bachelor's degree in biochemistry for those of you who are new. I want to show you these comments so you can know what to look for, and so that you can go, oh, I seen something similar on that, I know I can dismiss it, because it's easier if you can make that decision to dismiss it and then block and report the person commenting than it is for me to just debunk every single one that comes out. This first comment was actually one that was just posted on my Instagram. That actually gave me the idea for this video because I've had enough of these people commenting these things, and I've seen this now happen multiple times to me. So I'm sure that these people obviously have been getting some people convinced that these are actually true, and they're not. So the first comment is, this year 2020 have already been a great blessing to me through the sincere help I got from Handle, who helped me cure my diabetes. As you can see, as we get into this, you can see that the English is absolutely terrible. Now, I know that there could be a possibility that somebody just has a language barrier, but when you start to get into some of these, I think a lot of these fake accounts that are on Instagram and Facebook are being used by bots overseas to try and manipulate people into misinformation and all of that. That is just my opinion, and I cannot prove that, but it certainly seems that way with a lot of different type of misinformation campaigns. So just a heads up that English is a huge problem in a lot of these comments. Help cure my diabetes. That should be a red flag for you right there. Diabetes, either type 1 or type 2, has no cure. They don't specifically specify which diabetes. And you also make me believe that with God all things are possible. So, a little bit of religious stuff in here. I'm not going to get too much into that other than the fact of, again, really terrible English. I lost hope after all the forced hope I got from various herbalists who claimed to help me, but they end up showing themselves wrong. I don't even know really what that sentence is saying. It's so bad. They start referring to herbalists or naturopaths or anything like that. Don't even bother even finish reading the comment. Just block them and report them, because I consider these actually to be spam. I don't know what the platforms think they are, but I actually consider these to be spam. These comments all seem to be working on a similar kind of backbone to the comment, and if they are just commenting a whole bunch and spreading this kind of stuff, it seems to be spam. Like, it seems to be like spam emails that are sent to people with those herbalist things that sometimes get through the spam filters. I will advise you to work with, again, the same Handle to sort out your health issues. He also cured. So again, claiming to have a bunch of different cures that don't exist. The one that really makes me angry in this is cancer, because I know that they're targeting people with cancer with this. And then just again, just terrible English. It's hard to tell exactly what they're saying, and basically promising a cure for IIH and migraines when there isn't a cure for either. The next one I want to get into was posted a couple of months ago, and you're gonna notice a similarity between the two, and it's just basically a different handle. And I don't know, I did click on the handle when I did this. I didn't record it because I was angry when I got this, because I am sick of these people targeting people with chronic illnesses or whatever hashtags they're using, and it needs to stop. So I was really angry, and I didn't really think I was going to talk about this, and then I'm just like, this is like the third time in a matter of a few months that I've gotten comments like this on Facebook and Instagram, so I think it's something that I need to bring attention to just so that it's out there. This comment, it's obvious for, again, Handle, for all of his help for my life. My partner was having herpes simplex virus, that's HSV, and we were planning on getting married on early December. Again, just terrible, terrible English. When we decided to get ourselves tested first, we found out that my fiance was HIV positive. My fiance was so unhappy because this was a barrier for us to get married. HIV is the virus that eventually leads to AIDS. So I went out and searched for a remedy for my partner, and it was so surprising how Handle has been a blessing and healing to the masses. Again, claiming that these doctors know more than or have the answers that your regular doctors don't is a very, very common thing that you see in alternative medicine practices and in the alternative medicine fields in general. They just claim to have the answers when in fact they don't. After reading about his work on, he wrote back to me that my fiance will be okay, and he said that we were going to get married the same year. I couldn't believe it. After doing all that is needed to be done, I was surprised after 1 week of using his medicine. My fiance went to the doc, and I don't even know what the thing was getting at the end here because it is so bad. Like, the English is just terrible. Like, I can't even make out what this person is trying to say. Like, if this particular doctor was cured their HIV, if they're claiming that this doctor cured their HIV, that is a false thing. Like, it should be an illegal thing to do. But the thing is Instagram missing this because it's not being picked up by their algorithm, or like what's happening that this stuff is allowed to be on the platform? This is going to be the end of part 1 of 2 parts, and I'm going to pick up exactly where I left off on the next video. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. If you made it this far into the video, please give the video a thumbs up. It helps me because it gets the video seen by more people, and it lets YouTube know that you are enjoying the content. And as for now, that's it for today. Bye, everyone.